Good morning, students. Today we are going to study about states of matter. I know that you are already aware about it, that the three states of matter are solid, liquid and gases. So let us know about it in a scientific way according to its different property. The first is solid. Solid have fixed shape and size, because its constituent molecules are closely packed. But liquids do not have a fixed shape. It takes the shape of the container in which it is poured. So you can see here, if I will pour this water into this glass, now this water is filled in this bottle. It has taken the shape of the bottle. But if I will pour this water in the glass, then what we will observe? We will see that the same water has taken the shape of this glass. So liquids do not have fixed shape, but it takes the shape of the container in which it is kept. Next is gases. Gases also do not have fixed shape. Gases takes the shape of the container in which it is kept. For example, LPG cylinder. You have seen the LPG gas takes the shape of the cylinder in which it is kept. Similarly, if you will keep that LPG gas into any other container, it will take the shape of that container. So solids have fixed shape and size. Liquids do not have fixed shape, and gases too do not have fixed shape. Next property is the second property of solid, liquid and gases are that the solids have very less intermolecular space and strong intermolecular force of attraction. As I have discussed this in my last video about the intermolecular space and intermolecular force of attraction. So you can study from that video in detail. And liquids have more intermolecular spaces between the molecules than the solids, because the force of attraction between the molecules are weaker, means very less. And in gases, the intermolecular distance is large and intermolecular force of attraction is almost negligible. That is why it spreads very easily anywhere in any direction. As this incense stick's smoke is moving in zigzag motion anywhere in this entire room. So the next property is solids have a definite volume. As you can see, it takes some definite space. This box has taken some definite space on this table, so it has definite volume. Similarly, liquids also have a definite volume. Even though the intermolecular forces are weaker in liquids than in solids, the molecules are not completely free. So I will explain you more clearly. Let us see. This bottle can hold 1 liter of water. And if I will empty this bottle and pour this water in any other container, then it will remain 1 liter water only. It will not change its volume. It will only change its shape. It will take the shape of that particular container in which we will put this water. So, got it? The solids have definite volume. Liquids also have definite volume. But what about gases? So, gases do not have fixed volume because they occupy all the space available to them. As this incense stick is spreaded, the smell of this incense stick is spreaded in the entire room means gases occupy all the spaces available to them. Got it? Now the next property is, fourth property is solid cannot be compressed easily. When we press this solid, it will not change its shape. You can see I am pressing this solid. Is it changing its shape? No, it cannot change its shape. But liquids are also incompressible. You must be thinking how? Liquids are also incompressible. Look at here. Let me explain you more clearly. This bottle, look at this bottle. This bottle is not completely filled. If you will press this bottle, then it will get compressed. You can see it is easily getting compressed because there is a space for air in this bottle. Air is filled in this bottle too, because the space is empty. In this space the air has taken the space. That's why if you are compressing this bottle, the bottle is getting compressed. Means actually we are not compressing this liquid, we are compressing the air present in this bottle. But if I will completely fill this bottle, then what will happen? Look at it. I have filled this bottle completely and close it tightly. I have closed this bottle tightly. Now you press this bottle. See, I am not able to press this bottle. It is not getting compressed because now there is no space for air inside this bottle. So liquids are also incompressible. But what about gases? So I want to say that gases can be compressed to a large extent. For example, a balloon, you must have seen a balloon. When we compress a balloon, it easily changes its shape. So gases can be compressed very easily. It get compressed to a large extent. Okay. Now we will discuss the next property of solid, liquid and gases, that is rigidity. Solids are rigid because its molecules are closely packed. But liquids are very less rigid because molecules in a liquid are not very tightly packed, as the intermolecular distance is moderate. And gases are not rigid at all because its molecules are loosely packed, as I have discussed earlier, as the intermolecular distance is maximum in the gaseous molecules. So I hope you have understood all the properties of solid, liquid and gases. So now I want to discuss change in the state of matter. Changes. One state of matter change into the another state. This picture is showing this clearly, that this is ice. If you will heat this, if you will supply heat to this ice, it will melt and changes to liquid form. And this liquid, if you will more heat this liquid, means if you will take some water in a pan and heat it on a burner, it converts into water vapor. And then again in reverse process, this water vapor can be condensed and then it changes into its liquid form. And then liquid, if you will freeze this liquid, it will change into ice. So it shows that one state of matter can change into the another state. Solid can change into liquid, liquid can change into gases. Similarly, gases again change into liquid form and liquid can again change into the solid form. Got it? So students, you have some questions in your exercise book. So you have to go through the book and complete your exercise questions. Okay? Take care.